Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again here. In this video we're going to implement empasant capture moves within our make move function. So without further ado, let's actually start writing some code. So the very first thing to consider, I would like to open the terminal in the current working directory, and in order to compile or run the source I just need simply to type make, and if it compiles, I just want to run my chess hexadecimal 88 binary executable produced by the compiler. So this is the output from the last episode of this hexadecimal 88 chess program, chess engine in C, and now I just need to alter this position slightly a bit in order to be able actually to debug my empasant capture. So let's put this pawn from c7 to c5 and make the c6 square to be the empasant square, and also we make the same for a2 moves to a4, and then we'll make this a3 to be the empasant square. So I would probably like to grab the initial tricky position to avoid stepping away from this significantly. So just put it back so there won't be white pawn on the seventh rank anymore. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, white. Oh, this happens because I didn't yet alter this move, so just doesn't matter really. So let me remove the pawn from the c7, and I guess 2 and black pawn. This should make the trick. So let's have a look. Yeah, now we got our pawn on c5. Okay. And we would have been moving our pawn from d6, from d5 to c6. So let's specify this. So when we are moving the pawn from d5 to c6, we're not promoting anything. I will now set the enpassant flag within our encoded move. But first, let me check. Okay, so the pawn was here, now it captures onto the empasant square. Okay, so I also need to set the c6 square to be empasant, so now we don't have it available. So I want to set the empasant square equals to c6. Okay. So we got this c6 as an empasant square, then we go in there. Okay. And then we're moving back, so it doesn't yet get to no square because we didn't yet implement that logic. Okay, so let's go to our make move function here, and just right below the pawn promotions we'll handle empasant capture moves. And now I need to make use, so I want to parse the empasant flag. So I just want to create the variable called empasant here, and I will use my get move. Probably it is called empasant, I'm not sure. Let me just see how I call this macro here. So get move piece, get move empasant, right? Okay, so oh my god, what is this? Empasant capture. So, oh, okay, so parse move, yeah, get move empasant, and the move as an argument here. And also I need to set up the empasant flag, otherwise it won't be recognized really. So just yeah, so printf empasant, and so just to make sure. Okay, decimal, so now it should be equal to 0 because I didn't yet set up any, yeah, equals to 0 because I didn't yet set up any flag. And just to remember which flag, which kind of argument serves as the empasant flag, let me just check my move formatting schema here. So we have empasant flag, so it's the one before the previous, the very last one. So this flag is responsible for the enpassant capture. So now here we should see 1. Okay. Yeah, enpassant equals to 1, which means that the enpassant flag within the move we've just encoded has been parsed successfully. So we don't need to print anything here anymore. And now we can say if enpassant, which asks kind of, so whether this enpassant flag is equals to true, so whether this is, so that this is the way of how to distinguish the enpassant move basically. So if it is true, then we need to do the following. So I don't even need this curly braces. So we need to distinguish by the site. So I can say not site, which means we're referencing the white pieces, because 0 the white pieces are white side to move is encoded as 0 and black side to move is encoded as 1. In this case, we just need to remove the pawn that has been captured via the enpassant capture. So you see, like after we make the move, this pawn wasn't really removed here. So as far as we have here, we have the index of 0, and here we have the index of 119. Is you bearing in mind our hexadecimal 88 board representation. So this means that this equals is less than this one. So yeah, I'm just trying to say like whether this index is minus or plus. So okay, so say 0, 16. So we need to add 16. So for white pieces we need to add 16 to the target square. Okay, we'll find out if it's so. So I can say board indexed by the 2 square, which is the target square, plus 16, which is the pawn offset here, should be equal to empty square. And otherwise we need to reference the square with minus 16. We'll check that as well, and I guess semicolon at the very end. Okay, so let's hold my breath, run this and see if it kind of works. Okay, it seems like so. We had our pawn on d5, and then we did enpassant capture on d6, and the c5 pawn has disappeared. Okay, perfect. And when we just take back, this sort of an enpassant pawn on e5 appears again. But there is a little issue here still. You see, like when we did capture this pawn on the enpassant square, this enpassant square wasn't resetted, so that's an issue. And now I just want to share one of the very important things, one of the key points. So it might when I was younger and when I was just starting writing chess programs, I made a horrible mistake. I was trying to reset the enpassant square just right within this if condition, and in this case the problem was that I was resetting this enpassant square only in case it was captured, but it also is getting set up by the double pawn push, which means that it was available after it wasn't okay, just oh my god, how to okay, let me just open the browser. This really needs some demonstration, so I just want to go to Lichess analysis board and show you this quickly. So let's consider this sort of a situation. So at this particular moment, as far as this d5 pawn has just moved, I can't do this enpassant capture, right? But if I don't do this enpassant capture, say I move some other piece and black moves, I can no longer do this enpassant capture, right? So this is the difference within the code, and it's incredibly important to realize. So if we put this, if we put the enpassant resetting within this if condition, it would give us lots of bugs, because it would make it possible to capture an enpassant square even after it wasn't done initially. So I really hope you understand what I've just said. So it's incredibly important to reset the enpassant square every single time we make a move, so to make sure that it's getting resetted. But just to give you an idea how exactly it works, so here we need to reset enpassant square. Whatever happens, we just need to reset it. So I can say enpassant equals to no square. Okay, and okay, so I just want to run this again. So yeah, I'm just still slightly bit wondering why the enpassant wasn't really, why is this still C6? Enpassant. Oh, that's because hold on a sec. So there is a little issue here. So I need to probably I need to pick up another name for. I have a global variable called enpassant. So let's call this one like enpass, like this, and here we can say if enpass, and here we actually set up the real enpassant square to no square. So save. I just want to show you this. We got this enpassant variable, a global variable defining the board enpassant global state, global board enpassant state. So I hope this should work now. Yeah, perfect. So we got this being resetted. So again, so we do capture on our enpassant square. Okay, the pawn disappears. Also, the enpassant square is getting resetted, right? And just later on, we just drop back, and not only the pawn that we've captured appears on the board again, also the enpassant square gets restored as well. And I just want to show you one more trick here. So if I just try to move not to C6 but to D6, right? Bearing in mind that we have this C6 as an enpassant capture now, so just save it and just want to run this again. So let's see what happens here. So we got this pawn on D5, and then we just go into D6, and you see like the enpassant gets resetted again. So no more C6 in capture opportunity here. And even if I not move this pawn, if I move, say, so yeah, it's no longer but hold on a sec, did I? Probably I didn't even well, in this case it didn't affect much, but so yeah, let me just try to move like A2 to A3 like this. This would be more demonstrative here. So we have this pawn on A2, and we got the enpassant square on C6, and we just moved this pawn to A3, and we no longer have enpassant square on C6. So this is quite pretty important, you know. Like, so we just lost the opportunity to capture this kind of pawn on this square on the next move. So this is absolutely important and essential here. And in the next video, we're gonna be generating double pawn pushes that would be actually setting up the enpassant square, because if we just make this double pawn push, we'll get the enpassant square being set up. But I will explain this one more time in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Until the next time, and take care.